Did you know that 65% of millionaires didn't inherit their wealth? They built it, starting with one simple habit: how they handle their paycheck. Most people think of their paycheck as just income to spend. But what if you could use that same paycheck to build wealth and secure your future? Here's the truth. The rich don't spend money, they make it work for them. And they do it every time they get paid. In this video, we'll break down the simple paycheck routine that the wealthy follow to multiply their money, without relying on luck or big breaks. It's not about having more money, it's about thinking differently about the money you already have. If you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck, or if you want to know how the rich keep growing their wealth, stick with me. We're about to change the way you think about every paycheck you get. Stay tuned for proven strategies like the 3-pot system, the secret to automated wealth, and the mindsets you need to adopt if you want to think like the wealthy. Ready? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. The paycheck mindset shift. Every time you get paid, do you see a paycheck, or do you see a tool? If you're like most people, you may think of your paycheck as your reward for the week or month. But what if you started seeing it as an opportunity instead? The rich don't just accept a paycheck, they see it as an asset to build their future wealth. If you want to think like the wealthy, shift your mindset. Your paycheck is a seed, not just income. Rich people often say, "I don't work for money. My money works for me." Instead of spending your paycheck on luxuries or things you don't need, focus on how it can help you grow your wealth. Wealthy individuals consistently allocate their earnings toward investing in things that will appreciate over time. It's about more than just saving, it's about multiplying. Take Warren Buffett's advice. Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. One key to thinking like the rich is knowing that delayed gratification pays off in the long run. Instead of buying what you want now, invest in what will give you returns later. The wealthy know that the power of compound interest can turn small investments into massive wealth over time. According to research by Morgan Stanley, 85% of millionaires are self-made, and a large part of that success comes from making their money work harder than they do. Changing how you view your paycheck is the first step to wealth building. Instead of seeing it as a chance to splurge, think of it as a tool that will allow you to invest in your future. Shift your focus from spending to investing, and you'll start building the foundation for lasting wealth. Chapter 2. The 3-pot system. Where to allocate first. Now that you see your paycheck as an opportunity, it's time to take action. The rich don't just throw their money into any random place, they have a strategy. One of the most powerful strategies is the 3-pot system, a method that divides your paycheck into 3 parts: investment pot, lifestyle pot, and growth pot. First, the investment pot. This is the money you set aside to grow your wealth. Whether it's in stocks, real estate, or a business venture, this pot is for your long-term goals. Even if you can only put a small amount into investments, starting early is key. Albert Einstein famously called compound interest the 8th wonder of the world, and he was right. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Next, the lifestyle pot. This is where you allocate money for day-to-day living, your rent, food, utilities, entertainment, etc. It's important to keep this portion realistic and within your means. Rich people don't spend extravagantly. In fact, a study by Thomas J. Stanley, author of The Millionaire Next Door, found that 94% of self-made millionaires are frugal. They focus on living below their means and avoid overspending. Finally, the growth pot. This is money set aside for personal development. The rich understand that education is one of their greatest assets. They invest in themselves through courses, books, networking, and experiences that help them grow. A study by the National Bureau of Economic Research found that individuals who invest in their education have a 15–30% higher chance of increasing their income over time. Investing in personal growth will pay off in ways you can't even imagine. With the 3-pot system, you're not just spending money. You're strategically placing it in areas that will help you grow wealth, improve your life, and increase your knowledge. It's a simple but powerful strategy that successful people swear by. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more money-building tips and strategies to help you grow your wealth every month. Chapter 3. The power of automating your wealth. If you want to think like the wealthy, you need to embrace automation. Rich people know that when you automate your finances, you make sure that wealth building happens automatically. Imagine this. Your paycheck hits your account, and before you even see it, a portion of it is already moving into investments, savings, or your growth fund. This is exactly what wealthy individuals do. They don't wait until they feel like saving or investing. They make it automatic. A study by the National Endowment for Financial Education found that people who automate their savings are 30% more likely to save regularly than those who don't. This simple habit can have a huge impact over time. You don't have to think about it, and you don't have to fight your impulse to spend. Start by setting up automatic transfers to your investment accounts as soon as your paycheck arrives. Many banks and apps allow you to schedule recurring transfers, so you don't even need to log in to do it. This takes the guesswork out of saving and makes sure you're consistently building wealth. It's a set it and forget it strategy that works. Another great way to automate is through retirement accounts. Whether it's a 401k, an IRA, or any other tax-advantaged account, automate contributions so you can take full advantage of the benefits. A study by Fidelity found that people who automate their retirement savings are far more likely to reach their retirement goals than those who don't. Rich people know that time is money, and automation saves both. The more you can automate, the less effort you have to put into managing your wealth. The best part? Automation works in the background, allowing you to focus on growing your income, not just managing it. By embracing the power of automation, you're setting yourself up for financial success, whether you realize it or not. When you automate, you ensure that your money is always working for you, even when you're not thinking about it. Remember to subscribe for more tips on how to set up automatic wealth building routines to maximize your paycheck every month. Chapter 4. The Wealth Vault. What to do with extra cash once your paycheck hits and you've allocated the basics: investment, lifestyle, and growth. It's time to think about what to do with any extra cash. Most people spend this money without much thought, but the rich know better. They create what's called a wealth vault, a reserve of money set aside exclusively for high return opportunities. This isn't an emergency fund or savings for bills. It's money that is ready to be invested in something big. Think of it as a treasure chest for future wealth. For example, when you come across a great investment opportunity, maybe a real estate deal or a stock you've been eyeing, this is the money you use. Rich people don't wait to get lucky with investments. They have funds set aside to act when the right moment comes. A study from the National Bureau of Economic Research found that 70% of successful investors have an opportunity fund that helps them capitalize on market fluctuations. The key is not to touch this fund unless you see a rare chance for a high return. That means no dipping into it for things like vacations or shopping sprees. This money is locked until it's time to make your next big move. According to T. Harv Eker, author of Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, when you're in the right place at the right time, it's not about luck. It's about preparation. The wealthy are always ready for the right opportunities because they have a wealth vault waiting. Building this reserve requires discipline. After you automate your paycheck into your 3 pots, try to divert any surplus into your wealth vault. It doesn't need to be a large sum at first, but consistently adding to it will give you the flexibility to act quickly when needed. Over time, your vault will grow, and you'll have more opportunities to increase your wealth. Creating a wealth vault is a mindset shift. Instead of spending that extra cash on things that don't add long-term value, save it for the things that can change your financial future. This strategy might not pay off overnight, but it sets the foundation for explosive wealth down the road. Chapter 5. Investing in knowledge. The most valuable asset. While it's easy to focus on physical assets like stocks or real estate, the richest people understand that knowledge is their most valuable asset. They know that the more you learn, the more you earn. Every paycheck you get is an opportunity to invest in yourself. Whether it's through books, courses, or networking events, rich people put a significant portion of their money toward education. Why? Because learning allows you to recognize opportunities, make smarter decisions, and grow your income. Jim Rohn, a well-known motivational speaker, famously said, "Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune." Rich people invest in knowledge because it creates real value. In fact, a report by the National Center for Education Statistics shows that people with higher education tend to earn 60% more than those with only a high school diploma. It's not just about going to college, it's about lifelong learning. The wealthy invest in books, workshops, and masterminds, even when they're already successful. Think about how Warren Buffett spends over 80% of his day reading. Bill Gates reportedly reads about 50 books a year. This isn't just for fun, it's a strategy for continuous growth. Investing in knowledge is also about learning how to make your money work for you. The rich know that understanding financial markets, business strategies, and investment opportunities can make the difference between being comfortable and being wealthy. The more you know, the more you can multiply your wealth. Even if you don't have the budget for expensive courses or seminars, start small. Allocate a portion of your paycheck to buying books, subscribing to educational podcasts, or attending free webinars. Over time, these small investments will pay off in big ways. The key is to never stop learning. As you continue to grow your knowledge, you'll start to think differently. You'll recognize opportunities others miss and make smarter decisions with your money. And that's the real secret to building long-term wealth. Chapter 6. Teaching yourself to think like the wealthy. The richest people in the world don't just focus on earning money, they focus on thinking about money differently. They think long-term, see opportunities where others see obstacles, and approach wealth building strategically. If you want to be wealthy, you need to start thinking like the wealthy. One of the biggest mind shifts is moving away from short-term gratification and instead focusing on long-term goals. A survey by Charles Schwab found that 65% of self-made millionaires believe that having a long-term investment plan is key to wealth. The wealthy prioritize building wealth over time, even if it means sacrificing some immediate pleasures. Think about how the rich approach challenges. While most people avoid risks, the wealthy see them as opportunities for growth. Instead of being afraid of failure, they view it as a lesson. As Thomas Edison said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." The wealthy know that every setback is a chance to learn and improve. This mentality allows them to take calculated risks, which often pay off in the long run. Another important mindset the wealthy adopt is abundance thinking. They believe there's always enough opportunity to go around, and that scarcity is a myth. This belief drives them to share knowledge, collaborate, and explore new ventures. By embracing abundance thinking, you'll open yourself up to more opportunities than you thought possible. Finally, one of the most powerful habits of the wealthy is their focus on systems and habits. Successful people know that it's not enough to work hard, they need to build systems that make wealth building effortless. As James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, writes, "You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems." The wealthy focus on building good habits, from investing regularly to learning new skills, so that wealth building becomes second nature. Teaching yourself to think like the wealthy isn't a one-time fix, it's a continuous journey. The more you work on adopting these mindsets and habits, the more you'll see your financial future start to change. Wealth isn't just about money, it's about how you think, act, and approach every opportunity. Don't forget to subscribe and join me next time for more tips on how to change your mindset and start building your wealth today.